Good morning. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning. Good
Well,
morning.
my guest today is Julia, who's I've been watching for a number of years with her eating habits, and it's been interesting to see how you manage to eat, to change your the way how you eat, and how that influenced you and how that affected you in a way. So that's pretty much what we're talking about, and we'll have this lot of fruits. We are located in Spain now, near Malaga, at our resorts of Mind and Body Resort, which we are working with, and at the moment, Julia would like to share some of your experience. And okay, tell me when did it start? When did you change your eating habits, and what prompted to that, and why?
Probably the first is the reason why, because we're all so busy with our life, we're all completely overwhelmed with things, but we never think about our body. It's the priority actually. So yeah, I just start thinking like my body is important, so it's like a mechanism, it's a car. So why don't I put a good quality fuel in it? So yeah, I just start researching what is the best way to eat. So I found a few different diets, I would say. I just thought I eat healthy, but that time it was healthy, but not as healthy as I thought. So I met a friend actually, and he told me about raw food. So I asked, what is raw food? He said, it's just everything fresh, the way it's grown. So you don't have to boil it, you don't have to fry it, you don't have to do anything with food, just eat the way it is. I researched it, I Googled it, and I found it is very interesting. So it's probably the best way to eat, because that's how in nature everything is available. So those beautiful fruits, you don't need to do anything, you just eat them as they are. So I started doing it straight away, and let's say 95% of my diet became completely raw. Yes, I've noticed the benefit of it, so it gave me good energy. I felt my body start producing more than it used to. So I said, wow, this is the way. That's how I started.
Okay, when did it start? When roughly, how long have you been doing this for?
So it started 7 years ago. It started in 2010. Yeah, it's just over the years I improved it. So let's say some of the products been eliminated from my diet slowly, and then now it's mostly not mono, but I would say like I try to eat separately, and I don't eat as much as before, because at the beginning the portions were like huge, because you think that it's not enough food, you need to eat, so but you don't really, it's just the subconscious thing. So now it's really small portions. I mean, depends, but don't need as much food as before. So a little amount of food provides me a good energy for the day, and I feel amazing.
When you say I eat separately, what do you mean by separately?
I try not to mix too many ingredients in my food.
Can you give us an example, like what kind of ingredients you're talking about?
Yeah, I would say like I would mix, for example, if I eat fruits, I would eat fruits, and then if I eat some vegetables like a salad, I would eat just a salad, but I would add some fats, for example, some avocado, but I wouldn't add some lentils or some beans on it, because that creates that intolerance.
Okay. And when fruits, do you categorize somehow the fruits, or you eat like any fruits, like now we have on the table? Would you eat everything at one table, or?
No, I wouldn't. I would eat some sweet fruits separately and like the sour one separately. Yeah, because again, this is kind of sugary things, and then it's a bit of acidity. So I will not eat probably them in one time because it creates some not indigestion, but our body works very interesting. So it's just the way you give him something, and it will suck it and take the best of it. But once you put everything in, then it just doesn't know what to do with that. So it's just it will work, but slower. So
yeah, it consumes more energy to do that. Yeah.
So I prefer to give them like easy way. So yes.
Why do you think it's important to eat? I mean, how does this diet affects? What do you notice through that time?
I've noticed that I feel younger, I feel stronger. I don't feel any sickness or aching in my body since that. I don't get cold, and I feel energized always. Don't have tiredness, never. Only if I swim all day and spend whole day under the sun, but it's naturally coming like at the end of the day you just feel tired. But nevertheless, so yeah, I don't feel tired, which is great because everybody feels tired. And
when you say tired, like what do you mean tired in terms of between the day or the evening or end of the week? Like what would you specify for us, please?
Yeah. Not during the day.
If you compare to your previous
yeah, in my previous life I would feel tired during the day. I might feel a bit sleepy at one point, or even after consuming food I would feel a bit sleepy. That's why, because the body takes energy to digest that food, and now my food is just so easy to digest, so it straight away gives me energy. So, and then yes, at the end of the day, even like if I work and I do things, I wouldn't feel sleepy at the end of the day. So I just will go to sleep because it's natural procedure.
Like constant battery kind of thing.
Yeah, just to get a little bit of relax.
Yeah, slow this.
Yes,
slow down a bit.
Yes, slow down. But yes, it's a great feeling when you don't need to have that amount of sleep.
You know, I'm just coming back again at when you started. You know, when you started, like, what was the process? Did you just brusquely started eating just vegetables, or because prior to that you're eating like everyone, meat, all this home, let's say home cooked or usual diet, which is chicken, whatever, meat, what else, pasta, carbs, and all that. So kind of what did you just draw a line and started eating that, or you went gradually, and how did it go?
Yeah, it's very important as well. It did go gradually because I must say that from my 20s. Yeah, I'm 36 now, so even though I don't look, so I am, but I don't feel. Anyway, it doesn't matter the age. So yeah, I started from 20 years old when I stopped eating fried food. So yeah, I would say like I thought I ate quite healthy. From the day I started thinking about food, like 20, I think it was more 20. So I stopped eating fried and like some kind of unhealthy chips and maybe like bakery, like
deep fried kind of thing.
Yeah. So and then my diet was like already yogurts, muesli. So like we all try to eat healthy. So I thought it was healthy. So but it was processed food. It was cooked food. So. It was meat, it was fish, everything was there because it wasn't fried, it was boiled or steamed or grilled. So it was easier in a way because I already had that preparation for I was searching for the right, let's say maybe for 10 years, because between 20 to 30 it's been 10 years, so I've been searching for the right diet for me, because I felt that still not there. For example, I stopped eating, let's say, fried food, but it didn't give me exactly that feeling. So I still had that, no, it's not yet. So I would try something else, then, yeah.
So, let me ask you, when you say that it wasn't right, how did you define that? Like, did you feel not right, or did you?
Yes, I feel it's not right, and it's not, it doesn't give me that, something, I don't know what I was looking for, but even I don't know how I would understand, but just from within I just understood that no, it's not exactly, I need maybe to find something else. So, and yeah, it's like who is searching for anything
would find eventually.
Yeah. So that's happened to me, because I was not satisfied at the day when I met my friend who introduced me raw food. I was not satisfied with my diet. I thought it's right, but still, I probably I already had at that period of time less meat. Meat was maybe once in a month, fish once a week. But I felt that I probably don't need that food. I just didn't know the better option, so that was the reason. So once the option was introduced, I got that opportunity.
So cool. That I just want to make it clear for the listeners, because I know the story.
Yeah.
We've already discussed it just previously. That's why we actually talking here. It's like so from the age of 20, you kind of had an idea to improve your diet, your food intake. So you kind of took away from your diet deep fried food and all that you thought is not good, which is actually is not good, of course. But some of the processed food and stuff. So, and you started eating kind of healthy, but still some of the processed food.
Yeah.
And you still felt something is not right.
Yeah.
And then after about 10 years almost, you found the raw food, like the food that you kind of eat now, and which kind of changed completely how you feel. And what did you feel in terms of, like, I know you told that you had improvement in your energy level, but what else has improved in terms of, like, have you been ill, not you ill, like at the end of the day how you felt, maybe some other things that you want to say that really improved your how you feel now comparing to then, like maybe you had been ill more often, or
yes,
what happened? I don't know.
That's actually was my biggest thing, that I thought, like, how can I get rid of it? So I had I've been sick. I wouldn't call I've been sick quite often. So, like, I had cold like everyone else. I would caught those viruses and straight away get sick.
In winter, or?
In winter, in summer, it happened like 6 times a year, and I thought, like, why would I be so sick all the time? And also I had that tonsil problem, so
tonsillitis.
Tonsillitis. Yeah, so I didn't know how to cure that. And nothing helped me. So, and once I started this raw eating, it's just disappeared. And I haven't been sick for 7 years, which is great.
Why do you think that you just changed your habit of eating, and then it changed? Your illnesses went away, and your tonsillitis that you tried to cure prior to that, like intensively, it didn't go away, and now you changed the way you're eating. And why do you think that's the case?
I think because body cleans, and like it's cleansed. During this raw eating, I believe my body is cleansed. So it's not happened, of course. On my second year, I felt a little bit of changes. I thought that's what happening, like body is trying to adjust to the new diet. and maybe toxins will start coming. I felt sometimes weak, and I thought maybe this is not right. What I'm doing, maybe it's not enough.
So the first 2 years, you said?
Yeah, the second year I would say I start feeling a little bit weaker. And then
when you started the raw diet?
Yes, yes. The first year the energy starts like, you know, you were flying and you felt, wow, that's amazing, I'm going to carry on, of course, that's the way. But on the second year I read that it's like toxins are coming up, like, so you just it's pure detoxification.
Okay, the body releases the toxins.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So that's what, like, I believe that's where the toxins start coming out and the body start cleaning. So that's why I start not having these problems with tonsillitis and to be sick. Yeah.
And now, like what? So you like you feel like full of energy now, like a battery.
Yeah, like I can fly now.
So what's your diet at the moment? Like what do you eat around? Like what do you eat in the morning, in the afternoon? Is there a specific time you eat, like portions, specific portions you eat? What do you? If you can just run us through a day of your diet, food. What do you have at home and stuff like that?
I would eat every morning. I would start with a glass of water, obviously, and a cup of tea, and then I'll give half an hour, and then I will have some fruits. I don't have particular time. I just I'm trying not to make any like, not discipline, but I just what I feel, how I feel, I do it. So it works for me the best. I know some people do the timing and they try to organize everything, what they're gonna eat at this point. Maybe.
So you eat when you want,
yes,
when you're hungry.
I always listen to my body.
Yeah.
I think it's the best. Actually, it's the best for everyone. So you eat when you're really hungry, and when you're really thirsty, you drink, not just because someone told you have to drink this and this amount of water, and then you have to. So I believe it's the best way, because there is no pressure.
Yeah.
When there's no pressure, then it's pleasure.
That's right.
So.
And when your body wants, when you say you're hungry, like your body wants to eat, does it say, like, does it give you some hints what he wants to eat, or you just eat whatever?
No, it does. Yes, it actually does, because as I said, I probably wouldn't eat fruits during the day because I eat them in the morning.
Okay.
So during the day I need something a bit more substantial, like I need some protein and some fats. So I would eat something like sprouted buckwheat, or with some salad, or I will eat salad with avocado, or salad with olives. So something just a bit more to keep me going until evening or until night, because normally if I eat some portion of salad, I wouldn't want to eat it again. I would probably eat in the evening something light, because there's no need. So yeah, one good meal a day, that's enough for me.
How about if you are going away, because you're also traveling, you know, a lot now, and how do you manage to, when you're traveling, to eat, you know, because sometimes you just don't get, you know, some of the food in other places, or you don't get it straight away when you're hungry. Maybe there is no kind of fruits around there, I don't know. How do you get that? How do you manage that?
Somehow, fruits are always available. I guess I just attract them. Or I'm in the right places in the right moment. So.
Or you go in place where there is sure you have food there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fruits.
Somehow it's. I never had this problem, I guess. Even though if there is no food for me, I can survive without food, because it's been a time where I've been not eating for 9, 10, 11 days. So.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just water?
Yes, before just water, but last 3 years I practiced like a dry fasting, which is no food, no water.
How long are you doing that for? I mean, in what kind of period? So 2 days?
I do it like once a year. I do long fasting, which is from 9, I would say 9 days I try to do that.
9 days,
so
okay.
without food and water, but that's happening in a appropriate place, in the mountains, like here, beautiful places. So where you're
Really?
just surrounded with nature, no any distractions. So because you really don't want to see anything.
Yeah. And how do you feel? I mean, that's quite tough. I think, like no water, no food. Like, how do you feel in terms of your energy, your desire for your mood? You know, what's your body like in that sense? What, you know, how do you feel in that 9 days?
You feel different. One day you feel a bit weak, so because your body did detoxicating. So and then you're low in energy, but you know that the next day it will be a different day. So it's a challenge in a way.
Aren't you afraid like to die?
No, because I know that I'm not going to die.
How do you know?
Because I know people who've done it. Yeah. So.
And do you involve in something mindfulness and what meditation you said?
It would. It's actually more like a prayer because everyone believes and there is a power. So I just talk to that power, whoever call it God or any other names, but it doesn't matter. It's energy and it exists. So and I get energy from that power during my fasting as well. So I feel it.
Amazing.
So and you actually get more power because you don't have that food and your body and has like a higher vibes, and that's where you connect.
You know, you may not answer this question, but if you wish, but I'll still ask. Can you give us an example? First of all, you know, are your meditation prayer, are they different from your daily meditation prayer? You know, when you're fasting, and that's the first part of the question. The second part, would you give us an example, like what implies, you know, like a meditation, like timing? What do you ask, perhaps? I'm not going to ask who you ask, but what you tell, what you ask, I don't know. Could you give us, this is the second part.
Yeah, I can answer to your question. Yes, I would say it's not different from my daily life to my fasting time, because that's how I live actually. I found this way and I found that power helped me. So every day I do communicate and I do talk in my own words. I mean, it's very easy and natural. Like I didn't learn it from where, it's just inside. So and I feel when I talk, I feel the vibrations on whole my body. So that's how I feel that someone is responding to me. So yeah, but when I fast, it's more powerful, I would say, because my mind is completely still. I'm not distracted by all outside environment, and it's very important. So I just feel deeper connection, and I sometimes I see different visions in my mind, and some light, and even some nice voice.
Really? So you hear the voice?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. It happened actually 3 years ago when I was fasting. It was my 8th day. It was the difficult one. And you know, when we're in difficult situation, we're always looking for some help from God. So I was praying. I was praying.
This is the first time you've done?
Yeah, it was the first long one. So I did before 5 days. And then there was 8 days. So yes, on my day 8, I was really feeling that my body was burning. But that's what happened when you fasting, like it burns all the
toxins.
Yeah. So and then you have a little bit of fever, and then I was sleeping outside. I didn't actually sleep all night because you have so much energy, you don't sleep when you're fasting. And I was just talking, and at the end of talk, I felt a nice bright. I was with my eyes closed. I felt a nice bright light, and yes, I have some words saying that don't be afraid of anything. Just be yourself, and I'm here with you. And I was like, wow.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, and from that day I understood that there is something, and I keep connection with that.
Power.
So.
How long do your meditation last for?
Depends. I can be. It can be 5 minutes if I don't have time. But if I have time, I would say maybe half an hour or an hour even sometimes. Because I don't realize once you have the divine energy and you kind of feel that you are in a different reality. However, it's not like you're in a different reality, you're still sane. That's the good thing about it. Like when people meditate, I did some meditation too, but meditation didn't take me to the state where I'm still here. I know what's going on, I know all my problems, I'm not away from everything. I'm here, but I know that I'm connected and that source is with me. Whatever I do will help me to go through everything. So that's why it's not, it's like I would say that the whole day I'm meditating. So I keep connected myself and my thoughts, which is very powerful.
Is there anything that you can say, like, would you, what implies the talking, you know, like asking, or, you know, maybe being grateful for something, or just talking discussion? What's the content?
The content is, first I would worship the creator. Let's call it creator.
Yeah.
It's the easy. Anyway, he creates or she creates everything. So, and then I just worship and say, like, what an amazing creator you are, and I worship and glorify you because you've done all this beauty. You know, it's just naturally coming, and it's sometimes so beautiful. I do say it loud because that's the best way for me. So that's why I try to do it alone. However, if someone wants to join, more than welcome. I met some people, they just wanted to join me, and they were so happy. They felt that energy too, and they were asking me, what is this? I said, it's divine, it's always there. I didn't create it. It's just because I talked to him, so I just get that energy. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's a little bit of that, and then gratitude. Obviously, I'm always grateful for everything. It's actually started from 23 years old. Then I start feeling like that I'm grateful for whatever I have, to that power, and yeah, it's just then I just pray for people. I pray for all I know. I would pray for our beautiful planet to get a bit better. So for people to get kinder, loving. It comes from inside. So I don't plan what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna talk. And then sometimes, yes, I talk. I just say all my problems, and I say, look. But in that case, it's very personal. So I kind of say, my father, Luke, or mother. I have this and these issues. So, what do you think is the best way for me? Of course, it's not answer is not coming straight away, but like I see that after a few days, everything comes into their place. So, the good thing about it is like when you share with that power, with father, mother, sister, so you feel calm. You feel like everything's gonna be alright. It's like you still have all that life and all the difficulties of life, but all you feel like you kind of feel that it will be okay, because from within something is saying you like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And then you just know, okay, why do I need to push it if someone will help me to take care of it?
That's right.
So, and then I just wait. Yeah, that's the conversation. Yeah, just share my thoughts. And
how about, you know, you're doing the 9 days, that's the longest you can get. Is there a point, is there a limit that you want, or you want to extend that, or you want to do the 9 days, that's your daily, or you want to do more of these 9 days, or you want to do more extended one in 1 year, every year? What's your goal in terms of fasting?
yes, I think initially it was like a goal, like, oh, this year I will do 9 days, and next year I will do more. But then I realized it's not about how many days, it's about quality of it. So sometimes I do 7 days, but during that 7 days I go through all what I would probably go in 11 days. But with less, 11 days it's tough, so it's not easy. But probably if I had some health issues, I would do that, I would increase it. But at the moment, again, I do as I feel. So no
if you have health issues, you'll increase so you can
yes,
cleanse.
yes, I would. But
how do you feel? I'm sorry to interrupt you. How do you feel? I already interrupted you.
yeah, interrupt me, please.
How do you feel like it's finished? I'm done, or maybe I need some more. And what do you mean by quality? So these two things as well.
I feel like I go through the day when this I feel that bit of my temperature goes up. So then I feel things are burning inside me, and the next day I wake up and I feel like full of energy. So like it's completely like you don't want to fast anymore, or so you don't want to eat anymore, so you won't carry on fasting.
Yeah.
So I would stay that day as well, because I feel, wow, that's amazing, so I don't need to eat anymore. I wish to do it actually forever, but I'm still enjoying the fruits and vegetables and company, because it's part of social life. I would stay one more day, so in that powerful energy.
Yeah.
And then after that, you feel, okay, now I'm bored, so I'll go back eating. And then the best thing after fasting is your first sip of water. You appreciate water. Like we live and we don't care like about water, but once you fast 9 days without water, you have a very deep relationship with water. So like you care about every drop. You just want to touch it, you want to listen it, you want to be in water. So yeah, you kind of start realizing how a small thing can be valuable in a way, and we don't appreciate them. So yeah, and then the taste, everything you eat, it will give you like taste of it, the divine taste. However, it's the same fruit I've been eating before fasting, but after fasting it will be a stronger taste, and you don't even want to have more than one. You just enjoy one single fruit.
Do you get your fruits for somewhere specific, or how do you choose your fruits? Or like supermarket, or what do you get?
Yeah, at the moment I don't have much choice. I try to buy organic fruits. When I'm traveling, of course, everything more available, natural, organic. But in London, it's a bit difficult. But yeah, I try to eat organic fruits. However, if it's not organic, I would pray and clean all the. I believe so. So that's you know, it's the power of your mind.
That's correct. I agree with that. You know, when I've asked, I think I've interrupted you with the. I didn't want to forget the question about fruits, but I'm coming back to the quality of the fasting. How do you define this is a good quality? Because you mentioned that it's not the length, it's about the quality. So what do you call a good quality of fasting?
The good quality of fasting is the good preparation. So
like what?
You need to prepare yourself for the fasting. So you can't just. I would not. By the way, I would not recommend to anyone just go and fast. So you need to be ready for it. So you need to eat at least raw food for a while, and you need to just start from one day. That's how I started. I started like 1 day.
A month or 1 day?
Let's say a month. I would pick 1 day and I would just not eat anything, but I would drink.
And then another month, another day.
Another month, another day, another month, 2 days, another month, 3 days.
Okay. So within 1 year you build to
I
3 days?
Say, yeah, I would say it's more than 1 year because I was experimenting. So yeah, that's why it's everything has to be gradually.
Yeah.
You should not do anything by force, or if you see anything, someone is doing 9 days of fasting, you just jump in. No, it shouldn't happen like that.
Got it.
So about the quality, I must say that yes, the preparation. Sometimes the preparation and the coming out from fasting is more important. So you can fast 11 days, and if you start eating straight away, and that's harm your body. So you have to have steps. So that's why I'm saying sometimes 7 days and right preparation and right exit from fasting would give you more results.
So the entry and an exit is very important.
Exactly, yes.
What if I want to start fasting? Where do I find some information about this, or how do I start? Maybe how do I start is maybe a long discussion. We're not going to go into that, but where do I find information about this? Do I just go online, or you can mention some specific resources, or?
I got information from a lady. She ran a retreat in Ukraine, so I actually found everything in her website, and I also went to her retreat. So that's I got all the information.
Will we be able to put her website at the
Sure, yeah.
In the notes? Yeah.
Yes, but it's in Russian, so I'm sure there's some.
Yeah.
It's not so much information available in English. I don't think it's that common, but in Ukraine and in Russia it's very common. People get cured. They got cancer cured by dry fasting. I know an example. The lady, 72 years old, she had a cancer and she fasted 11 days, and she did it 3 years in a row, and now she's
cured.
Yeah, she's cured.
I've read and listened a lot about the fasting now is getting more and more popular, and there's a lot of advocates that kind of advocated the fasting side. I'm not sure about dry fasting. It's the first time I hear about dry fasting from you, so I don't know about that. The hardest things when you start eating raw, for example.
Eating raw, okay. Yeah. So I think it's the social life, like friends, families. They would get used to that you eating, and then you come in and you just eat fruits and vegetables. So yeah, I would say maybe social aspect was very difficult, but then now I don't see any difficulties at all. Second one is a matter of habits. We've got so many habits, and we get used to it, and then we think it's not possible. I can't do it. Everyone can do it. It's just all your habits. And to get rid of your habits is very easy. 21 days and then they're all gone. So if you just put them on, let's say, a trial for 21 days eating raw, and then after that, I mean, benefits are there. So
yeah. So this is payback time.
Exactly. Yes. Of course, there's always like a downside, like everywhere, and you just need to go over it, and you just need to let it be, and then you know that at the end you'll get what you really need and what you want. So, and the third thing, I don't think this is probably
the two, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else like. You just need to break your habits and then make people get used to you the way you are. Just enjoy it.
What is your next step? Like, what do you think? What are you aiming for in terms of the eating habits and your diet and stuff? Do you have any goals?
I wish not to eat.
Not eat at all.
It's easier, so sometimes. No, but I do. Yeah, I do like fruits. So yeah, my next goal is maybe to try just juicing, not solid food. Just have like a liquid only, just to see where it's gonna take me. Yeah. Next goal is just juicing and liquid food. If I can.
Is there any people that you're looking after? You are watching in that world in terms of dieting? Is there like one or two, maybe three people, maybe at least one person that you're reading about, and you know that gives you some examples or you're learning from?
Yeah, there are some raw vegan people. Maybe at the beginning, yes, I was watching different kind of people. But then when the time passed by, so you don't really need to watch anyone. What you need to do to listen yourself.
You have everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And now I don't watch anyone. It's been maybe first 2 years. Yes, you watching, you learning because you don't know anything about it.
Yes.
And there wasn't anyone around me who would suggest me anything. So just that friend of mine, but he was new to it as well. So he was like me, just searching the internet, finding what's there, what's good, what's not. But then again, once I start practicing, then I realized that this is for me, this is not for me. However, some raw people, like raw vegan people, they still would mix too many ingredients in their food. I would say, sometimes I do if I go to a restaurant or I go to someone who prepare raw food. But now, because I get used to the simple food, so it's heavy for me. It's like for me, like I've been eating a normal food. So in the morning I feel a bit not tired, but I feel difference in my body. I can feel my body, I can sense. So
when you eat, what you mean is when you eat even raw food, but kind of
yes, because
cooked or prepared,
because
heavy for you.
Yeah, there is a type of raw food where people cooking, they preparing it. They making sushi, they making spaghetti, they making. I can eat it once in a while, but I wouldn't do it every day now because that's enough for me. So.
I that's why we discussing, because I like the fact that gives you it's easy and good for your body and gives you the energy, and that part is very important for me because if you have big goals or and you have big dreams and you want to accomplish them, you want to have enough energy to do that. And if you're not maybe exercising and eating properly, if you're not looking after your body, you're not going to have enough energy to go towards the goal, towards that goal, and or to accomplish that goal. Is there any maybe exercise that you kind of to do together with the food? Do you practice anything like specific that you do, or anything would do?
I practice yoga myself, but I do everything. So I believe that any workout helps. So because body also need, like muscles, they need to work. If you just eat and sit all day, it's not healthy either, even with raw food. So your body needs to constantly work. I believe that any kind of exercise, even just a simple push-ups or press-ups, that's what I do. Even if I don't go to the gym, I would stay and do something just to make muscles work, because that's how all the blood circulation and lymph all going through. So I love yoga because it's my passion. So I teach yoga as well. So people I like it, and I like it as a physical exercise because I believe this is a good way to use your muscles and to stretch them. Because sometimes just using muscles is not enough, so they can be very stiff, and you can injure yourself. And in yoga, it's all combined. So you do stretching, you also use your muscles. It's quite powerful workout in a way if you do it right.
Well, if like I do heavy, lifting and stuff, would maybe raw food, just fruit maybe not going to be enough? What do you think about that?
You might need to eat some fats as well, like oils, avocados.
So a bit more to my diet, just put a bit more what my body needs, or.
Yes, but I know people, fruitarians, so they do eat only fruits, and they have a quite beautiful, muscly bodies. So I think it's enough, but it's again is how you feel. You will need to experience yourself. I cannot suggest on that. I can only tell that I can do it. So I never tell people that you have to do that and you have to do. So I can just suggest that it works for me, and I believe it is possible. But because you might have fear that you have not enough energy, and even though you will go to the gym, and just because in subconscious mind you somewhere will think, oh, I only had some fruit, so I don't have enough energy. So you might not be able to produce and to do what you're capable of, just because you will have fear, and the fears is not the best thing for us to have.
Yeah.
So yes, you can. Go back to your question. Yes, you can just eating fruits. I've been doing it in Thailand. I had mostly fruits and tomatoes, and that was my diet. So I didn't eat any vegetables. And I had coconuts. Yeah, coconuts. They kind of
nutritious.
Yeah, they're very, very nutritious. So it's one of the best fruits, I think. It has that beautiful water and also that soft part. Yeah, but it's considered to be fruit, so I had only fruits. And I was exercising twice a day. I've been doing yoga plus some other practice, so it was enough.
If you go back when you started, and that would kind of align with someone who wants to do that, who wants to start maybe, so if you would go back to when you started doing that, what would you do different, and how would you start, the whole changing food habits and food diet? Would you run us through the process, like what would you do differently, and how would you start eating raw food?
I probably I would do exactly the same, because as I said, the main thing is you need to do gradually, no rush. Because some people, they just read about it and they straight away jump on it, and then after 2 months they just get fed up because they crave for one food or another food. So I wouldn't suggest to do it differently. I think it has to be a certain time for you to understand like what's going on with your body, so how you feel. If you still want some other food, so let it happen, just eat it. So then you next time you won't. Once you eat that, you feel like, oh, it's not exactly now. I know the better way. So then you just go again, and let's say another 3 months you eat healthy, raw, and then you say, oh, I want to eat something. Let it be, let it happen. Nothing, like, there is no need to be, there is no need to have rules. Once you have rules and regulations, so then you feel tense, yes. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be just
Easy.
like easy, the flow. So I would say just enjoy the fruits, enjoy vegetables, feel changes, feel that energy. If you want to eat something unhealthy, eat. You will see the difference, and then after you feel, why did I do that? It's no need for me anymore. And then after 3 months again, you would want to try it again, and then you will eat something unhealthy, and then you'll realize that it's the best way, and you go to best way again. So it's just a learning curve. No need to have a rules. Just to understand like the benefit of it. At the end of the day, it's what we have to eat. It's been given to us. So simple, so easy. No need to spend 2 hours
cooking and stuff.
Exactly. I mean, to grow this food, it actually doesn't require your energy of sun, and that's enough.
So nice.
Look at the beautiful. So
Cherries.
no one cooked it, and
We have cherries now.
yeah, we have nice cherries. So better enjoy it. Like save so much time in our life, so we can do much better things.
I agree. Like instead of staying at the kitchen and cook. I give you a few more questions because you know we can talk about this for a whole day. So, but I'm sure if we'll have any more questions, you know, we'll just write our questions down and we'll do it again. We'll do another interview if needed be. But I have quite a few quick questions if I can. You know, like the ending questions I usually do. Which are kind of relaxing in a way, I think. If you would associate yourself with an animal, what animal would you associate you with?
Can it be insect?
Anything.
Butterfly.
Butterfly? Why?
I feel that it's very light, very free, so just can get everywhere, and no any limitations. So it's just so open, like the way, I don't know, it's just easy. I think easiness and simplicity is the keys for me.
Cool. What would you do in an alien invasion? Alien invasion. If aliens will invade our world, what would you do?
I'll get friendly with them. I'll definitely will make a good relationship and will create some sort of
pact
exactly.
or something, whatever.
Yeah.
A contract, like a peace contract.
Exactly.
How about the final question I have, and this is the last one. If you had a microphone and whatever you say there, everyone in the world will hear it, everyone. But you only have 3 seconds to say that. What would you say?
Get love from the source and love everyone.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pleasure. Thank you.